So just wanted to give a quick update. We're getting with Ustadha Yasmin for the walkthroughs that we're going to be doing for each week's lesson.
صاد, no dot, دال, واو, را.
Now the unique thing about her presentation is because there's no face cam, we're not having to worry about the entire background stuff. Now, we were approaching it from a perspective of like, what if we were to project the image on the background as you see over here? I can take a page out of Ken Burns. If you're not familiar with Ken Burns, he's a world-renowned, legendary documentarian. What he would do is that he would get these major photographs or recreations of historical photographs. Let's say they were doing the war with Lincoln, or Lincoln's War, whatever, or Civil War. In fact, that was one of the movies that he did. They would get photographs and they would blow them up, and then he would have this contraption, this high-resolution camera, and then he would punch in to different aspects of the image to give a close-up, and you would have a sense of this kinetic dynamicness that was coming from the imagery. It wasn't just, hey, here's a picture, but let me take you through the picture and talk about the character. So it was the same idea. What if we were to take the image of the Mus'haf and project it on the wall, and we can move the camera on the tripod or wherever, not so much move the camera, but it would be on the tripod. We would pan and tilt as necessary, getting close-ups. The thing is, there's a challenge I'm being presented with, and I can see why Ken Burns got the reputation why he did, because what he did isn't easy. And so the issue is that the projection is so good that it's got a safety feature. The projection is so good that all the details of the wall texture are showing up. So unless I actually have a appropriate projection screen, which I don't have here, I'm going to be focusing more on the details of the wall and the textures of the wall. So this kind of puts the idea out the window. Now, this is something that we will be using though in the future for like live stream setup. If we want to showcase the audience in the background with like the Zoom, like we did with same idea, we can blow this image up as much as possible just to kind of give you an idea. But anyway, that's besides the point. The alternative ideal scenario is if I want to maintain this perspective, but a close-up on the letters. One of the things that I do want to do, and I'm tempted to do so, but I'm kind of refrain, is the idea of mounting a mirror on the ceiling at an angle. And so this way I can point the camera in such a way where I still get the perspective of it being an overhead. And as a result, I can still zoom in with the same image quality. So that's it's following me. Oh, no, yeah, I know, because I told it to, with a hand gesture. How'd you do that? It's like this. So if I do this, it stops. And now if I do this, it follows me again. Yeah. So I figured I should have been doing that from the beginning. There you go. Anyway, so what I've resorted to now is mounting, because the key thing is the quality of the image. And at the same time, coming at it from a perspective that is such that, at least in the case of Ustadha Yasmin, it's something unique and different that none of the instructors have had. Because as a means of compensating for the fact that we're not showcasing her person, nor the background and the environment that she's in. We're focusing just on the text, so I want to go all in on that.
We're merging straight into that letter. Mim, mim.
So part of being able to do that, if we're not going to do the Ken Burns effect, then we're going to try to do a close-up overhead. And so what I have done here is took one of the tables that we have, mounted the tripod, and gotten a close-up here. Hand me the gimbal. You'll notice a close-up of the material. Hey, point the pen towards the middle of the page. That is basically the kind of image that we're looking at in terms of the quality and contrast. So we have like the full page width, and we'll have a close-up of the individual word that we're looking at here. Just for the sake of vibes, I enabled the background and I was having some fun. But we are ready to go for the most part. We've got here the overhead that's coming from this side right there. That's the overhead. We've got the second overhead, but at a special angle. And if you want to see what that looks like, these are the two special views. If I were to go ahead and enable camera 3, that's the overhead. Camera 4, that is the close-up. Overhead, close-up, overhead, close-up. Hello. And obviously, we're not going to be doing any face cam, but I just turned that on just for the sake of creative inspiration and discipline. So that way, in the event that we do have others, we're ready to go. I should double check the iPad. This pen has been sitting here for a little while. If we were to, there we go, that connects that way. Sufyan, can we just ensure, I don't know how to use this iPad. So just make sure it's charged. And if it's not charged, we need to, is it charged? Oh, no. Okay.
No, it did.
It is dead.
It's dead.
Let's connect this to, I'm doing it one-handed. All right, so hopefully by the time she gets here, this will be ready to go, and just make sure that the pen is connected. This one is also, you forgot to connect this one too to the charger, my friend. You know what? You're not allowed to sit on that sofa anymore. This is why Hollywood directors are like, no sitting on set.
Oh, you bring such a nice sofa into the studio. It's gonna bring my productivity.
So don't sit on the sofa. Whether or not you sit is up to you.
You know
It calls to
the
you.
Lord of the Ring.
Yeah, yeah. So this is how I sit. This is how I sit. Right? You got your back support. When it's time to get up, boom, you're ready to go for action. Anyway, what time is it? It is almost 1. So yeah, we're basically ready to roll. See you guys soon. Assalamu alaikum.